Hello everyone. This video is about asset management company. An asset management company is a firm that invests pooled funds from clients, putting the capital to work through different investments including stocks, bonds, real estate and more. You have the idea of mutual fund. Mutual funds are the investment avenue which pool the money from the small investor and reinvests it into different investment avenues such as shares, bonds and real estate. Here this activity of reinvesting is done by the mutual fund with the help of these asset management companies. Now let's see the functions of these asset management companies. Asset allocation. Each mutual fund comes with a particular financial goal or a theme which helps the fund manager to decide the assets on which the investment can be made. Here, every mutual fund has their own specific goal or theme. It may be the scheme may be related to equity, or it may be a debt scheme or a balanced scheme. If it is a equity scheme, majority of the fund has to be invested in equities of the different companies. If it is a debt scheme, then majority fund must be invested in the debt securities. This allocation activity is done by the asset management company. Second one, research and analysis. Building the fund's portfolio writes a lot of research and analysis the performance of the assets. Here mutual funds are considered as one of the best avenue of investment, mainly because of the experts. There are experts in the mutual fund. They always involve themselves in continuous market study, macroeconomic aspects and fund performances regularly. By studying these things, they prepare the report and give it to the fund managers. It helps the mutual fund to earn better revenues. That is the second work of asset management company. Portfolio construction. An asset management company typically has researchers and analysts who report their market findings and trends to the fund manager. Here portfolio is a combination of securities in which the mutual fund has invested your money. Here this portfolio has to be designed with care and concern. That is mainly because the portfolio should give the maximum returns to their investors. Here the expert team, they involve themselves in research and analysis activity. They transfer the information to the fund manager and these fund manager design a better portfolio which will help the mutual fund to earn good return. This is third work of asset management company. Performance review. Despite the disclaimers in the fine print, asset management company face a lot of hostility from the investors and trustees when it is not able to justify its investment decision. Here these mutual funds are supposed to conduct a continuous review of their performance because they are answerable to their investors. They have to send regular reports regarding the sales, purchase, net asset value, portfolio details and other details to their investor. For that the performance review is very essential and it is also done by the asset management companies. These are the major works of asset management companies, that is asset allocation, dividing the asset into different investment avenues, research and analysis, continuous studying the market, portfolio construction, designing the portfolio, then performance review, studying the performance of their portfolio. These are the major activities or functions of asset management companies. Next is SEBI regulations on mutual fund. Securities and Exchange Board of India has certain regulations regarding mutual funds. They are as follows. First one, formation. Mutual funds are required to set up Asset management companies with 50% independent directors, separate board of trustee companies consisting of a minimum 50% of independent trustees, and to appoint independent custodians. Here, mutual funds are required to set up asset management companies, trustee companies, and custodians. Here, for trustee companies and asset management companies, there must be 50% independent directors, in the sense the directors who are not directly related to the mutual fund. That is the first regulation. Second one, registration. In January 1993, Securities and Exchange Board of India prescribed registration of mutual fund, taking into account the track record of sponsor, integrity in the business transaction, and financial soundness while granting the permission. Sponsor is the one who establishes the mutual fund based on his integrity in the business transaction, his track record, and financial soundness. The mutual fund can be registered as per January 1993 regulation of Securities and Exchange Board of India. Documents. The offer documents of schemes launched by mutual funds and the schemes particular are required to be vetted by SEBI. A standard format of mutual fund prospectus is being formulated. Here, the documents of mutual fund has to be submitted to Securities and Exchange Board of India. They are going to analyze the documents of mutual fund, and they have prescribed a specific format for the prospectus of mutual fund. Code of advertisements. Mutual funds have been required to adhere to the Code of Advertisements. Securities Exchange Board of India prescribed a specific code of advertisement that has to be followed by the mutual funds while giving advertisements. Assurance on return. SEBI has introduced a change in the Securities Control and Regulation Act governing the mutual funds. Now the mutual funds were prevented from giving any assurance about the returns they would be providing. Earlier, the Securities Exchange Board of India, the mutual fund used to give assurance about their return, but the SEBI has prevented these mutual fund from assuring any returns to their investments. Any assurance regarding their returns, but based on the pressure from the mutual funds, these Securities Exchange Board of India have changed their regulation to some extent, and now they are allowing the mutual funds which are existing in the market for a period of 5 years to assure a return up to 12% per year. If the mutual funds are new to the market, they are not allowed to assure any return to their investors. If the mutual fund is existing in the market for a period of 5 years, they can assure a return up to 12%. If it is a new mutual fund, they are not supposed to assure any returns to their investors. Minimum corpus. The current Securities and Exchange Board of India guidelines on mutual fund prescribed a minimum startup corpus of rupees 50 crore for open-ended scheme and rupees 20 crore corpus for closed-ended schemes, failing which application money has to be refunded. If it is open-ended scheme, then it should have a minimum corpus of 50 crore, and if it is a closed-ended scheme, they should have a minimum investment of 20 crore as per SEBI guidelines. Institutionalization. The efforts of SEBI have in the last few years been to institutionalize the market by introducing proportionate allotment and increasing the minimum deposit amount to rupees 5,000, etc. These efforts are to channel the investment of individual investors to the mutual fund. Here, Securities and Exchange Board of India is trying to institutionalize the mutual fund, that is by introducing proportionate allotment and increasing the minimum deposit amount to 50,000. They are doing this mainly to attract the investors towards this mutual fund. Investment of funds mobilized. In November 1992, Securities and Exchange Board of India increased the time limit from 6 months to 9 months within which the mutual funds have to invest resources raised from the latest tax saving schemes. The guidelines was issued to protect the mutual fund from disadvantage of investing funds in the bullish market at very high prices and suffering from poor net asset value thereafter. Here the mutual funds, they are supposed to reinvest our investment in different market avenues. Here these mutual funds, they can retain the funds up to 9 months before investing it into different market avenues. Investment in money market. Securities and Exchange Board of India guidelines say that mutual funds can invest a maximum of 25% of resources mobilized in funds and maximum of 15% of the corpus after 6 months to meet short-term liquidity requirements. Here the mutual funds, they can invest 25% of their funds in mutual fund in the first 6 months. Later they can invest 15% of their money in money market instruments, mainly for getting liquidity. Valuation of investment. Securities and Exchange Board of India Regulation 1993 gave discretionary powers to the fund manager as far as the valuation of investment portfolio on the balance sheet date is concerned. Here the fund managers have the power of valuation of investment activities based on a voluntary basis. Inspection. SEBI inspect mutual funds every year. Mutual funds are monitored and inspected by SEBI to ensure compliance with the regulation. Security Exchange Board of India is there to regulate the activities of this mutual fund. They inspect the records of mutual fund on a regular basis to avoid any wrong activities. Underwriting. In July 1994, SEBI permitted mutual fund to take up underwriting of primary issue as a part of their investment activity. This step may assist the mutual funds in diversifying their business. Underwriting means giving assurance to the new issue. This activity can also be undertaken by mutual fund as per the regulations of Securities and Exchange Board of India. Conduct. In September 1994, it was clarified by Securities and Exchange Board of India that mutual fund shall not offer any buyback schemes or assured returns to their corporate investors. The regulations governing mutual funds and portfolio managers ensure transparency in their functioning. Here, as we have already studied, mutual funds are not supposed to offer any returns to their investors, and these mutual funds, they are also not supposed to offer any buyback schemes to their investors as per the Securities Exchange Board of India regulations. Voting rights. In September 1993, mutual funds were allowed to exercise their voting rights. Department of Company Affairs has reported granted mutual funds the right to vote as full-fledged shareholder in companies where they have equity investments. Equity shareholders have the right to vote. This right is also given to the mutual fund, those mutual funds who are investing their money into equities of different companies. These are the different regulations provided by Securities and Exchange Board of India regarding mutual funds. Thank you.